Hello beings. I bought a microphone and I keep forgetting to take it with me when I'm outside, which is why I bought it, but one of these days I will remember. Oh my god, a deer. You see the deer? So beautiful. I see them quite often. I'm just out walking on my grandpa's land, on our family land, feeling very, very blessed as always when I walk these lands. I'm just smiling at this deer, it's so beautiful. But I just wanted to do some reflections on 2025, the energy of this year, because I feel like October is gonna give us a bit of a new, like a fresh, clean slate. And I think the full moon in Aries, which is next, it's either this weekend or next Monday, is going to be quite a powerful catalyst for that, because, you know, Aries is the leader, it's the initiator, it's number one of the zodiac, so it's new, it's renewal, it's new energy, and also, so beautiful, and it's also, my brain, fire. So fire, you know, it's going to burn away all the heaviness that we've been kind of like working through this year. This full moon in Aries, I feel, is going to be a really powerful kind of like, yeah, just setting fire to all the heavy energy, all the dense energy, the stuff that is really ready to go now. And if you've been struggling to let go of stuff, the universe will fucking burn it down for you anyway, bro. So for real. And I've already spoken about the Mars and Scorpio transit, which is also such a powerful catalyst for change, for empowerment. So that's super cool. So yeah, reflecting on the lessons of this year and what's been coming up, I think a huge theme that everyone, so a lot of things that have been happening this year is like things getting cancelled, things getting delayed, you know, like plans being completely shifted. There's been so many events and stuff that I've had planned that I was going to go to, and then last minute they got cancelled, and always due to some sort of illness, whether it was me or the other person. So our bodies are, you know, they're purging a lot. And I know that you'll hear people in the spiritual community say this a lot, and I know that that can be hard to wrap your brain around, and like, what even is that? And our egos will love to, you know, when we're not used to that kind of vocabulary or that framework of thinking about the body and the mind and our spirit and how it's all connected, our egos will get triggered by that, because essentially we feel like we've been lied to, and we have, you know, by Western medical system. But you can find all of this knowledge in many other different systems of medicine, you know, Chinese traditional medicine, lots of Eastern practices, and so on. So yeah, it's been a huge year of detoxing, of purging. You know, I did some Kambo training this year, worked with Kambo during the spring of this year, which was really beautiful. There's been just a lot of shedding, because again, it's the year of the snake, you know. It reminds me of when my mum and I were in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, just on the Chinese New Year this year, and there was this big snake that was placed on her, and she was just so chill about it. Such a beautiful metaphor for letting go, right? For releasing. So yes, delays, things getting cancelled, health issues, all of it is coming up to, one, allow us to find grace, find peace, find compassion with ourselves when things don't go our way, so that we can also find our sovereignty, so that we can stand up for ourselves, so that we can find the confidence to express when things are difficult or we're in a vulnerable space. Like, all of it is for our highest good, but it is really challenging, you know. Like, I'm not discrediting that. It's a very, very challenging year. There's been a lot of death, physical death, people dying, and a lot of, you know, death of our old selves too. So where do we go from here? So September was like a reset month for many of us. For me, my guides told me at the start of September, you're going to be resting this month because you're going to be remembering a lot of soul wisdom, which has been incredible, also hard, but incredible. And so October now, like I said, we'll have the full moon in Aries. This is going to be a really nice kind of shift, like turning point for everyone. And Libra energy is a lot, you know, it's all about balance. It's all about fairness, equality, justice, finding balance in our own lives. And how, when we do that, when we embody peace, Libra is the peacemaker. That's a very powerful energy to embody, and that can ripple out into the spaces and the places and the people around us. So just remember that. We're all taught that the more we do, the more effective it is, and if we keep busy, then we're contributing more towards our success. But, you know, oftentimes that's not always the case. And so this year is teaching us how to slow down and how to be okay with doing less and letting go of these programs of always feeding this kind of like, you know, this fear entity kind of soul sickness that is affecting the collective and has done for a very long time. Because like I've said before, you know, Pluto and Aquarius, there's no room for unconscious behavior. There's no room for not facing our shadows and our light. Like, it's going to be increasingly harder to perpetuate old cycles of stagnancy and lack and all of it. Like, we're being forced to shift, you know. And for me, with having the kind of like health conditions that I have, my body is such a powerful reminder every single day, because a lot of the time it's, you know, in pain, it feels very heavy, it feels very tired, and I have two options, you know. I can say, okay, I'm staying in bed, or not all day, sometimes it is on and off all day, or I'm in the house all day. But sometimes all it takes is just that little bit of courage and motivation, that little bit of resilience to say, actually, I'm going to go on a walk right now. Even if that means that afterwards I'm going to need to lie down for an hour. Like, do you know what I mean? This is what I mean about finding the balance. So, and as a collective, that's what we're learning to. Finding the sweet spot between not being completely like, okay, like I'm just gonna let the universe do everything for me. That's just spiritual bypassing, dude. You know, like finding the space between giving yourself enough rest to be productive, to be actioning your goals with consistency and discipline, but not forgetting about how important it is, the magic of joy, of laughter, of play, of fun. That's also equally important in our healing journey, but it's just reframing how we access, you know, those states of joy and play and fun. So yeah, I feel October will be a nice got stung by a nettle. A nice kind of turning point for us. So, hope that helps everyone. Sending love. And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, then thank you for supporting my channel.